So number 4 of our most common mistakes made by a beginner to intermediate paddler is leg driving backwards or pushing themselves away from the footrest while they're trying to leg drive. Now most people do know that they should be leg driving or should be doing something with their legs while they're paddling, but it's really important that we do the right thing, because if we push ourselves away from the footrest, really we're actually not achieving anything, and a lot of the time you're probably making the boat run worse. So to explain this a little bit easier, I want you to imagine that if you're sitting in your boat and you're just sitting square, relaxed, and your knees are even, that has to be thought of as the middle part of your stroke, not the start. So most beginner to intermediate paddlers will go from that position, drive their leg down, try and push their hip back, and really all they're doing is pushing into the back of the seat. So we're hitting the back of the seat rest and getting ourselves stuck. Yes, the leg is driving, it's not really doing what we're trying to get out of the stroke though. So from that middle position where our knees are even and we're sitting square, every stroke should actually start from a twisted forward position. So from even, if I come into my setup position, my right knee, if it's a right stroke, should have risen up. My hip should have moved forward, so that when I go into the water to take my stroke, that knee can move down, coming back to even around about halfway through my stroke, and then I've got the second half of my twist, which is that knee going down from the neutral position where we're starting off. Now, as that happens, my other leg will be going back to neutral and then rising up. So instead of just knee down, back to neutral, knee down, back to neutral, both knees should be going from neutral, up and down, back to neutral, up and down. Now what this is going to do is it's going to make your hips actually move backwards and forwards rather than from where they are getting pushed backwards into the seat on repeat. So it's going to allow for a lot more rotation, literally twice as much. It's also going to allow for the best part of your stroke, which is the first front half where we've got positive angle on the blade, to become really, really powerful. A really easy way to think about this is the metaphor of starting a lawnmower. Now you wouldn't just stand there and try and pull it. Most people would grab the cord, twist themselves down to the lawnmower so they can pull it with a whole lot more strength. And that's exactly the same thing as starting off from square, twisting ourselves forward, raising that knee up into our setup position, entering the water, so we've got the twist back to square, and then the second half, which is again is setting up our other side, because our left knee now should have risen up in the air.